And these are the 3 best and 3 worst upper body exercises for men over 40. Now, why are these good and bad if you're over 40? Because as an older guy, man, there's typically a lot more wear and tear on your joints, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrist, things like that. So you really want to make sure that you're doing exercises that are going to benefit muscle growth without destroying your joints or keeping you in pain constantly or progressively making your joints worse. So for that reason, we're going to start with a couple chest exercises. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is the standard barbell bench press, man. So old school exercise, one of, many men's favorite exercises because you can load up the bar and lift a ton of weight. Here's the thing. You don't necessarily need to lift a ton of weight to grow muscle. So that's basically, at the end of the day, the goal needs to be to build muscle safely and in a healthy way, and in a way that allows you to feel good, build muscle, and use more tension and less stress and strain on your joints. So the barbell bench press, the thing about that is it's gonna keep you in a fixed position, and typically that fixed position is more unnatural. As you get older, there's also less mobility in your joints. So not only the wear and tear, but they're less mobile. And if you've got, immobile joints, if your joints are not mobile somewhere and they've been that way for a while, then there's probably some muscular imbalances as well. So the other thing that leads to is when you're pushing a barbell, one side is typically gonna be stronger than the other, so it's gonna compensate and push more weight. So that side is going to become more developed. The other weaker side is going to become less developed, and it's going to lead to even a greater muscle imbalance, which leads to a lot of other issues. Not only you have joint issues, but then you start having imbalance issues, which can lead to muscle issues. The easiest way to rectify that is put that barbell aside and just sub it out for dumbbell bench press, man. Dumbbell bench press, you can do a lot of things better. It's a lot more natural on your hands, because one thing that you can do is, instead of a straight overhand grip, I like you to rotate those in slightly. Rotate those in slightly, that allows your elbows to come in slightly. And instead of flaring your elbows out to the side when you come down, I actually want you to tuck them in slightly. So not tucked all the way into the side, but more of a 45 angle. It was 45 to 60 degrees. You just don't want that 90-degree angle. It just depends on how mobile your shoulders are. So that's the first thing I want you to do. The other thing is you can get a different range of motion. So on the dumbbells, on the way down, you can actually bring them out wider, which is gonna stretch your chest. On the way up, when you're pushing the weight up, you can bring them more towards the midline of your body, which is more of a natural movement for that muscle. That's how the muscle fibers work. So it's gonna allow you to stretch it naturally and contract it and shorten it naturally. So it's just a lot safer and a lot better and a lot more efficient movement. And you can still overload your muscle when you're doing that. Plus, the other benefit with using dumbbells over a barbell is the extra stability work that you're doing, the extra stability in those joints. Again, we talked about having immobile joints and a lot of weaker joints, but you want to create strength and stability within the joint, and the dumbbell will allow you to do that. So that's the first substitution I would ask you to make. Get rid of the worst and sub it out for the better one. Now, the second one is another chest exercise. So one of the old school favorite exercises is dumbbell chest flies. All right, here's the thing with the dumbbell chest fly. I've seen a lot of people tear a pec or even a shoulder by going too deep with this exercise. So yeah, you're using dumbbells, which is great, but if you take it too low, you take it too wide, it's gonna strain your shoulder more than your chest. The other thing, if you're not doing this right, you don't have that good mind-muscle connection, is as the weights are coming up more towards the midline of your body, you're losing out on tension. Your muscle's not under that full tension, so you're losing tension instead of keeping it under constant tension. The easiest way to fix this, because I do love the actual fly movement, it's a phenomenal way to work your chest and pair it with a bench press, is to sub this out for a cable fly. All right, so cable flies are phenomenal. One of my all-time favorite exercises, because you can also change the angles of these. If you're pulling from a high position coming down to a low position, it's gonna allow you to work and target more of that lower chest. If you're pulling from a lower position coming towards an upper position, you're gonna be able to work more of your upper chest. If you just want to mimic a standard dumbbell fly, then all you wanna do is keep the handles at the cables right in line with the mid of the chest. just like this. You want to keep it right in the middle. And that's going to allow you to still get a full stretch at the bottom. And the benefit here is as you're pulling those handles from the weight machine, getting them closer to the center of your body, the midline of your body, you're getting more and more tension. Whereas the dumbbells, you lose tension there, you're getting more tension there with this exercise, and you're keeping that time under tension on your pecs, which is gonna help you develop your chest so much better. And then you can go under control when you're doing this. Go with whatever range of motion you can comfortably go with. Get a nice full stretch. Go as deep as you can comfortably go to. If obviously you can still go too deep if it's bothering your shoulders or you're feeling like you're removing the stretch from your chest and going more into that shoulder, which is what a lot of people do at the bottom, then just don't go that deep. You don't have to do that with this exercise. So that's basically the 2 chest exercises that I wanted to go over. Now, this next one, I wanted to just talk about the bench dips being one of the all-time worst exercises ever invented. All right, so I've done videos like this for the past 7 years showing why this is such a bad exercise. And every time I do this exercise just for the video, my shoulders hurt. On the way down, my elbows hurt. And I've been training for over 30 years, man. So I know how to do this correctly. I know how to do it safely if it were, if there were a right way to do it safely. It's just a terrible, terrible movement. Horrible biomechanical position you're putting your shoulders in. I would never have you do this exercise. The one thing you want to do when you're doing this exercise, you're thinking of, man, I'm working my triceps. Well, you're not working them very much. You're putting a lot of strain, a lot of load on your shoulders in a vulnerable position, so you're causing a lot of damage there. The best and easy fix for this is just move your hands to the front of your body and just do a regular close grip push-up, man. All right, so there's 2 variations of a close grip. There's a diamond push-up, which I've seen a lot of people talk about in programs and stuff. Typically, I don't recommend this for anyone over 40 because the thing about doing a diamond position when your hands are that close, it puts a ton of stress on your elbows. So my goal with this is to keep you safe. I want your elbows to be healthy, your wrists to be healthy, your shoulders to be healthy. So I'm giving you exercises that can still build muscle and keep those joints healthy. So when you're doing a close grip push-up, your hands are basically just under your shoulders. All right, a standard push-up, you're out wide past your shoulders. Just bring those hands in close to your shoulders and then bring those elbows in. Tuck those elbows in and then brush them along your body as you come down. If you do that, you're gonna put a lot of that stretch at the bottom on your triceps. You're gonna remove some of the emphasis from your chest. So the close grip push-up is gonna be a lot better tricep exercise, whereas a standard push-up is a lot better chest exercise. Now, both of those 2 exercises obviously work both, but the goal with the close grip is to prioritize the triceps over the chest and minimize the chest involvement, which is what you do. So by keeping your hands a little bit wider than you would if you were doing the diamond push-up, but still directly under your shoulders, and then by rotating those elbows in and tucking them into your body, that's going to give you proper alignment for your wrist being directly under your elbows and your elbows right outside your body. So it's a lot safer movement. So if you do this exercise, you're gonna get phenomenal benefits. So there you have it, man. 3 of the worst exercises you can be doing after 40 and the 3 much better alternatives you can be doing after 40. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you got something out of it. As always, get busy, get after it, and God bless.